I am loving.
I am fabulous.
I am beautiful.
I am saved.
I am a victor. I am faithful. I am devout.
I am accepted.
I am a Christian. I am MCC.
And I am MCC.
I am MCC.
I am MCC.
And I am MCC. I am MCC. I am MCC.
I am MCC.
I am MCC.
Love month ngayong February kasi nga magba-Valentines. And so for our February teaching series, not preaching series, kasi nga hindi naman ako mag-i-interpret ng scripture, although from time to time siguro mababanggit ko ang some of the biblical concepts, no, and passages. But our February teaching series is about, the title is Love is Not ... Kasi palagi natin dinidefine kung ano yung pag-ibig. And which is okay, which is yun din naman ang gagawin natin for this teaching series. But it is also helpful to i-frame natin yung conversation about love sa kung ano na hindi, what love is not. No? At siguro magandang mapag-usapan din yung parting yun. And for our teaching series, ang aking special guest to talk about these things ay ang aking partner na si Lawrence, and we have been together for almost 6 years. We're turning 6 years ngayong April 2021. And so, love is not found. Hindi na hahanap ang pag-ibig. Kasi ang pag-ibig hindi siya object, hindi siya person. No? Para sa akin, love is an action, it is a decision, it is a feeling that you decide to give to a particular person or object. So, what that means is yung pag-ibig nasa sayo na. Ang tanong, kanino mo ibibigay? Sino magiging focus? Sino magiging object of your love? Who is the focus of your love? But then, love begins with you. It is already with you. And that is very biblical. Okay? God, we love because He first loved us. God first loved us. Jesus first loved us. So, love is already here with us, with yourself. So, love is not found. Ating pag-usapan yan. At so sa'yo anong pwede mong masabi diyan sa just to start of our topic for this Sunday, na nagsisimula yung pag-ibig sa atin, sa sarili, sa'yo, nagsisimula yung pag-ibig sa'yo even if wala ako sa buhay mo or hindi ako dumating sa buhay mo or something like that. What is your concept or experience about saying that love is not found elsewhere?
Love is not found because it's within you, or love is not found because it starts with you. So you don't have to go around looking for it because it's you. Ultimately, loving yourself is, for me, it starts with you. Loving yourself is sabi nga diba sa kanta, the greatest love of all is loving yourself. Loving yourself is the greatest love of all.
Saka sinasabi din yan, hindi ako nanonood ng Drag Race. I mean, paminsan-minsan na papanood ko yung pinapanood niya. Pero sinasabi yan ni RuPaul, di ba? Ano yung parang how can you,
if you don't know how to love yourself, how the hell you're gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? So ultimately, you need to love yourself before you can get love from other people.
Okay.
In a way, for me, when you say love yourself, madali siyang sabihin.
Madali siyang sabihin. Cliché.
Cliché, napaka-cliché niyang sabihin. Na parang pag bago kasi mag-boyfriend or bago ka mag-girlfriend, bago ka mag-relasyon, mahalin mo muna yung sarili mo. Pero napakahirap niyang gawin. mahirap siyang intindihin. Paano ba natin mamahalin yung sarili natin? Well, for me, it's your needs first. It's not about being selfish. It's not about not sharing, but it's more of the love that you would like to feel from other people, not just lovers, mind you, but also from family and friends, should be coming from you. So, kung paano mo gusto kang mahalin, dapat ganun din mo mahal ang sarili mo. Ganun mo din pinahalagahan yung sarili mo. Kasi, kung hindi mo nga mapahalagahan yung sarili mo, what more, diba? What more kung paano pagmamahal yung maibigay mo sa iba. You cannot have a love or you cannot give something if it's not within you. That's my own understanding.
And if you do not know it yourself,
If you really don't know.
kung hindi mo alam kung ano ang nagpapasaya sa iyo at hindi mo alam ano ang ibig sabihin ng pag-ibig o pagmamahal
Sa sarili.
sa sarili mo, how would you even recognize that even if you have a partner? Even if pagkaroon ka ng pinakagwapong partner o
Yes.
pinakamagandang partner. So you have to be able to know clearly what it means to experience love sa sarili mo. Pero yun, paano to, how sa experience mo, paano nga ba siya? What are the practical ways to actually love oneself? Kasi ako na-encounter ko din yan sa mga counseling. Several people would come to me with the same problems, mostly problems sa jowa. Bakit lahat na lang ng relationship ko hindi nagwo-work out? Actually, personal ko din pangyayari sa akin yun. Kasi si Lawrence, 6 years siyang single before kami nagkakilala. So magsi 6 years, so mamimit ko na yung mamimit na natin yung 6 years.
Yes.
So 6 years siyang single bago kami nagkakilala. Ako naman,
But I went out on dates at that moment.
pero ako naman, siguro meron lang ako mga pagitan na 3 months, 6 months before a new relationship sa akin. Pero although nung ikaw, bago tayo, 1 year and 6 months yata ako single, bago tayo naging kami. So there are people who come to me as a pastor, bakit pastor parang hindi nag-work out yung relationship ko? Bakit wala yatang nagiging maayos na karelasyon? O ako, hindi ako nagiging maayos na relasyon? At ang tanong ko sa kanila palagi is, mahal mo ba sarili mo? At pag ikaw ba ay, kung titingnan mo ang sarili mo from a third person, madali ka bang mahalin? Kasi baka ikaw mismo, pag tinanong mo yung bagay na yun sa sarili mo, baka ikaw mismo ayaw mong mahalin ang sarili mo. And then, ang ibabato naman nilang tanong sa akin, Pastor, paano nga ba mahalin ang sarili? How do you love yourself? Kasi nga, the concept or the phrase, the statement na love yourself, it's vague. It doesn't say much.
And
We know it's true.
it's hard to explain.
So how sa experience mo, kasi nakapag-uusapan naman natin ito, yung 6 years yung single ka, how did you learn to love yourself? What are the practical ways that you did or had to do?
Ang lagi sinasabi na, ikaw na lang ang kulang sa buhay ko. Di ba yung mga ganyan-ganyan?
You complete me.
You complete me. Pero sa akin, mali yung concept na yun. For me, it starts with you being complete. And you just add more enhancements to my already complete life. And ultimately, yun yung parang lesson na natutunan ko when I entered or when you came into my life. But I'm not saying na, kasi pag sinabi kasing kompleto ang buhay ko, akala nila, kailangan ultimately peace ka lang sa sarili mo. It's not supposed to be that way.
Although, yun nga, nag-start ka na, at marami sa atin talaga nagsa-start with the feeling na
May
hindi
iba
tayo-
po kompleto.
Oo, na hindi tayo we really feel
Yes.
that feeling, and that is valid. Valid naman yung maramdaman mo na
Parang may kulang.
parang may kulang, or hindi naman yun yung paano mo siya naiisip. Talaga nafe-feel mo na yung, ay, sana may partner ako, sana may jowa ako. Bakit yung kaibigan ko, ang saya-saya nila, ganyan, yung jowa niya, ng partner niya. Ba't ako wala pa? Parang ganyan. So, that is valid. To feel incomplete, to feel lonely. And it starts
With acknowledging. Yes.
with that. And acknowledging that you feel that.
It starts with acknowledging the feeling that something is missing, and then looking for it, not in a wrong place. How do you say you're in a wrong place? Baka kasi mahanap ka lang ng taong pupuno or ng bagay na pupuno dun sa pagkukulang na yun. Kung bagay, it could be something na wag lang harmful, pero if it's just a hobby or let's say a passion of yours, like for example in my own experience, dolls, it's a hobby. Kahit ikaw di mo maintindihan, pero dahil love mo ko kaya iniintindi mo. But what it gave me is just a sense of fixation when I was younger, kasi bawal maglaro ang lalaki ng manika when I was younger. So I pursued it, and you know, I found another hobby of mine that takes my mind off of things, and another hobby will develop from that, which is me taking pictures, photography. Doon din na-develop yun. So when you say completing yourself
Or loving
or
yourself.
loving yourself, it should not come from someone else. Ikaw dapat ang magharap nun sa sarili mo. Ikaw mismo dapat ang mag-work on nun, nakukumpleto sa sarili mo. Maybe it be your career, yung pa, isa pa. When I was, when me and my ex broke up, I feel like something's missing, di ba? Something is, because I've learned to live my life, you know, with that person, so something is missing. But it should not be filled by someone. Yun ang ano ko dun eh. Or else it will be a never-ending cycle that you will look for someone to fill that void.
Someone or something.
Yes, exactly.
And you're doing it for yourself. Importante yung key na yun. You're doing it because you know and you feel that it is something that will
Ultimately, para sa sarili mo lang.
para sa sarili mo.
And it may not, it doesn't have to have a big meaning to it. Kasi minsan yung iba sasabihin, feeling ko may kulang eh. Baka kailangan mo ng divine intervention? Or kailangan mo ng calling? Hindi yun. Ang kailangan mo lang doon is to make you feel that you're taking care of that feeling. You're acknowledging that feeling of loneliness, and it needs something to be it needs to be dealt with. And it's only you who can figure out what needs to be done. Kasi pag tinanong mo sa akin, paano ba mawala yung feeling of emptiness and loneliness and feeling of longingness for a lover? Hindi ko masasagot yan. Kasi ang makakasagot niyan, ikaw.
Yung nakakaramdam.
Yung nakakaramdam. Kasi ako, ang sa akin, I have to be okay with myself, just being myself, or just being with myself. May times na ayaw kong kumain, when I was younger ayaw kong kumain mag-isa sa mall. Feeling ko mukhang tanga ko. Or manood ng sine mag-isa. But now I'm loving that feeling. No offense to you too. Alam mo, love na love kita. But that is for me, even you want that quiet time, that me time, that alone time, because you know that you have to take care of yourself. So that's how we deal with it, and that I learned when I was younger, or it's something that in a process na tututunan ko na papunta pala yun doon, na you have to be open to pursue other hobbies, ano pa ba?
Meet other people, not necessarily meet other people na magiging jowa, but maging alam mo yun, just for you to mingle with, you know, and share same interest
and passion with, which I'm very lucky to have that it happened in my life in terms of my dolly friends, as I call them, my Barbie girls. So sila Art, sila Jacob, Ange, and si Jake, they did not came into my life because hinanap ko sila. They came because I was, I'm just alone and I want to, alam mo yun, I want to take care of myself, and the way I did it is yun nga, tinap ko yung hobby of dolls and then taking pictures of it, and then online nakakilala ko ng mga doll enthusiast, yung doll group na yun, at doon ko sila nakilala. At doon na-build yung friendship namin. And it's not forced. Hindi ko hinanap. And I was very fortunate to have...
Kwento mo yung sa ahente mo. Maganda yung kwento at yung analogy na minsan nakwento mo sa amin about your agent, yung handle mo na agent. Yung sa family niya.
Okay. So, well, kasi nila, yung isa pang ano natin is love is not found, and laging iniisip natin pag love relasyon lang eh. This, for me, is love of family naman. So, I have this agent, and my agent is, she's not performing. Of course, she's not performing. That's why na-coach ko nga siya at nakwento ko sa iyo. Tapos, she's always secluded, parang ayaw makipag-mingle sa mga kapin niya, tapos laging absent, laging wala, tapos parang laging may sakit, laging masama ang pakiramdam, laging absent, as in sa isang buwan, wala siya. Ilang araw lang pumapasok. Then ultimately, I had a conversation with her. And I asked her, what's the reason? Bakit hindi ka pumapasok? Ano bang reason mo bakit ka nagtatrabaho? So sabi niya sa akin, boss, medyo ano lang po kasi ako, nakaramdam ako ng I just don't feel like something is happening with me in terms of trabaho kasi lahat ng pera ko palabas. Because I'm supporting my family. So she has 3 sisters and yung parents niya 2, but hindi masyadong kumikita yung tatay, kasi yung nanay hindi rin naman talagang parang kumbaga award-winning homemaker. Then the other 3 sisters, younger sisters, are still studying. So lahat ng pera niya palabas. And for her to manifest her love for them, what she do is she give her whole salary to her parents to spend. But ang nangyayari sa kanya, napansin ko, ang nangyayari sa kanya, para siyang, parang walang nangyayari sa kanya. Feeling niya walang nangyayari. Sabi niya, boss, trabaho ko ng trabaho at gusto ko umangat yung buhay namin kasi nga, ayoko nahihirapan yung mga kapatid ko. Pero parang walang nangyayari. Sabi ko, bakit walang nangyayari sa palagay mo? Kasi yung parents ko, binibigay ko naman sa kanila yung pera pero hindi naman manage yung maili yung pera. So, binibigay mo lahat ng pera mo. Opo. So, do you think that's healthy? So, sabi ko sa kanya, ang analogy ko nga dyan to, nakakatawang analogy man, sabi ko, nakapagluto ka na ba ng tinola? Sabi ko, paano ka ba magluto ng tinola? Anong gulay ang nilalagay mo bukod sa papaya? So, sabi niya, malunggay po. Well, ako, in our household, bukod sa malunggay, nilagyan namin ng sili. So, when you put the talbos ng sili, kung may puno kayo ng talbos ng sili, at hindi nyo kailangan bumili sa palengke, pipitasin mo ba lahat ng dahon ng sili para ilagay dun sa tinolang isang beses mong iluluto? Hindi po. Bakit hindi mo ilalagay? Kasi mamamatay po. Exactly, and just the same as with you. You cannot give all of your resources just to make them feel love. You have to leave something for yourself and take care of yourself ultimately for you to be able to take care of somebody else. And that's what I think is the manifestation of self-love. For you to be able to really give out love, you need to love yourself and take care of yourself first. And in a way, I would say, after that talk with her, it made a change with her. Why? Sabi ko, as simple as it's not had to be grand. Ano ba naman yung magtabi ka ng 500 para sa'yo? Siguro naman, hindi masamang magtabi ng 500, 1,000 mula sa sweldo mo. Dahil ikaw ang nagtatrabaho. And you have to give yourself some me time. Like for example, kumain ng masarap sa anong kakainan na gusto mong kainan. At huwag ka magkaroon ng guilt na feeling mo you're selfish kasi hindi mo binigay lahat. Kasi kailangan alagaan ng tagapag-alaga ang sarili niya bago para maramdaman ng tagapag-alaga na meron din nag-aalaga sa kanya at ikaw lang. Walang ibang mabibigay mo kundi sarili.
Saka kasi biblically speaking, 'di ba? Ano yung dapat lahat ng Kristiyano alam to, no? Very basic. Ano yung law? Law number 1, love God. Law number 2, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Yung equation, kung math equation to, hindi pwedeng love of self lang.
Yes.
Hindi pwedeng love of others lang. It always goes together, no? Na love
Which
of
is
self.
nakakalimutan natin to. Kasi laging minsan sinasabi natin, di ba? Uy, huwag ka naman ganyan sa kaibigan natin. Love thy neighbor, di ba? Laging nakakalimutan yung love as you love yourself, eh. Laging natin sinasabi na treat someone as you want to be treated, di ba? Pero tinatanggal mo yung as you want to be treated. Treat someone as you would like to be treated. Laging nawawala yung equation na kasama yung sarili doon.
Or baliktad naman, I mean, it's not just that. Palaging, the problem starts when it is just one of the equation.
Yes.
Kung either
Puro doon
focus lang, puro love of others,
Or love of yourself
at wala naman sa sarili, or meron naman, sobra-sobra naman yung selfish na, di ba? Greedy na, selfish na, puro love of self lang, wala naman yung love of others. So it always go hand in hand. At maganda nga yung analogy mo at yung story mo ng family. You know, hindi masama ang magmahal sa family at we understand love first and foremost because of our families.
It start with family, yeah.
But andun din yung point na hindi porket magkakapamilya tayo, nawawala yung sarili nating identity at yung sarili nating pag-aruga sa sarili. So yun, and then let's go naman to the part where love begins with you, at the same time, love is already present in your life. Kasi nga andun tayo sa part na, especially when most people when they are younger, when I was younger, when you were younger, given na kasi yung love ng family, given na may kaibigan ka na, so may kapatid ka, so nagzo-zone in yung focus mo dun sa love of jowa. Kasi yun yung wala, at yun yung siguro, part din naman yun ng stage of development ng tao, no, ng adolescence, yung talagang naghahanap ng intimacy.
Yes.
No? Bukod sa libog, naghahanap ng intimacy na jowa, no, ng partner.
Tsaka yung samahan mo na ng peer pressure. Tropa mo.
Ang mga tropa mo nagkaka-partner, nagkaka-jowa, ganyan, di ba?
Yes.
So, na-hyper-focus dun sa jowa. And that is okay. Also, okay din naman yon. We acknowledge that, and sabi ko nga part yun ng development. But then, some people, as they grow old, nasa stuck dun sa, as the years gone by, nasa stuck pa rin dun sa focus, no? Which is okay pa rin naman, na nasa stuck dun sa focus ng jowa, no? And what we're saying, that love is not found, not necessarily din sa jowa, hindi lang sa jowa. Diba?
Hindi lang siya ang faucet.
Hindi lang siya ang manifestation.
Yes.
Or hindi lang jowa ang object of love. And that we have other people in our lives
other people
that siguro at some point in our life we need to reassess and look back and see, meron pala akong mga ibang
well, for me, ang thoughts ko dyan, maybe in my younger years, I was exposed with kung tayo ngayon ay may Netflix, we have HBO then, and I was exposed in, alam mo yan, I was exposed with
Sex
the
and
West,
the City.
yes, with the Western series way back, which is Sex and the City, Lipstick
Yes.
Jungle. Ikaw yun, Queers Folk. Although yes, I've been able to watch it, but not so much. But for me, Sex and the City talaga nag-mold sa akin. And what made me realize is that friends are also family. So aside from being born with a family, that is, we are related with by blood, diba? We also have what the friends or the family that we choose for ourselves, which is our friends. And at an early stage in my queer life, I have invested in that. That love of a friend is something as important as finding someone to love me for yung love ng jowa. It's as important to invest on that. Because actually tingnan mo nga ang love ng jowa at ang love ng friends, parang pareho lang yan. Ano lang ang nawawala nun?
Ako nagturo sa'yo.
Exactly. No, I've come to with that realization way back because that is an intimate kind of love din. There are some secrets, alam mo yun, the ugly self, the true self that you cannot actually show your parents and your siblings, that only your friends know or your lover.
The majority of things about friendship and about lovers is almost the same. The only difference is the
Intimacy.
sexual
Yeah.
and romantic intimacy,
Exactly.
because of course you don't.
Yeah, and you have to tap that. It's not just about finding it with someone na jowa, na magiging jowa, but with friends. Look for or invest as early as you can.
And recognize the different relationships that you have that are also manifestations of love.
Siguro naman at especially sa buhay natin, meron at merong tao na magiging totoo sa iyo who will tell you how it is, how it really is with no holds barred, 'di ba? Talagang kung paano ka. And that is a good way to get yourself checked. Kung pag hindi mo nakikita pa clouded ka, especially kapag may relasyon din, sila yung malalapitan mo na parang, I'm like this, I need you to put some light. Because I'm not my usual self. I'm not my logical self. And I need you to guide me. So, gano'n. So, or be it kung anak ng kapatid mo, kasi si Amber is always a source of
Pamangkin.
love. Yes.
Pamangkin.
You know how I treat my pamangkin. She is, sabi ko nga, she came into our lives in a way na very chaotic yung at the moment of my life, which is very chaotic kasi kakabalik lang namin ng ex ko, tapos nabuntis yung sister ko with her, tapos so it's very I'm lost, but she came and I feel like she gave me a sense of responsibility. I turned myself into a parent. Kaya nga na-point ko din sa kanya, nasabi ko sa kanya, you may not actually, I may not be your actual parent, but I am a parent with you because I choose to be. And you did not came from me in a sense of it, kasi mahirap pa explain sa kanya, but you came from here. So the love of a parent to a daughter, minanifest ko rin sa kanya yon. Nagkaroon din ng sense of path yung buhay ko sa kanya. Kasi look for it or recognize. Kasi look, yun na nga minsan blinded tayo nasa paligid mo na pala. There are other ways of manifesting it. And then of course the family, which is, namimiss natin lagi yun magulang, tumatanda yan. kailangan at a younger age nare-recognize nyo na hindi sila laging ganyan na matipuno at malalakas at maayos. Time will come, you will see them. I don't want to use the word deteriorating, but you see the white hair, hindi na sila kasing sigat kasing lakas before. So at an early age, recognize that you have to really manifest your love for your parents so that you will not have any regrets as you grow older.
And love, but we acknowledge, ulitin namin, kinikilala natin at sabi nga ni Lawrence, kailangan nating kilalanin, i-acknowledge when we feel alone, when you feel the negative emotions, when you feel melancholy, when you feel parang the sadness because you don't have a partner. Kung yun man ang nagpapalungkot sa iyo.
That really helps kasi yun nga, watching those series is, for me, it's an imitation of life, diba? And if you're not gonna be able to get them from an actual person, at least nagkakaroon ka ng ibang insight. It's like an aha moment, sabi nga ni Oprah. So, tulad nung kay Carrie, from Sex and the City, sa isang episode, meron siya na parang in-acknowledge niya yung feeling na I'm lonely. The loneliness is palpable. And for me, that is very powerful. Because you're giving, you're naming. Ikaw yung nag-ano nito sa akin eh. Parang you're confronting the demon that you have that is actually controlling you. So, it's okay to feel lonely. And it's okay to feel sad every now and then that you don't have a significant other. But
what are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
That's the next powerful question. Kasi pwede naman kasing ina-acknowledge mo
pero wala kang
na lonely ka, na pero wala kang balak gawin. Pwede naman wala kang gawin for now or for the moment or ano. But the important question is that somehow, someday you have to do something about how to love yourself, how to cultivate yourself, how to grow yourself, how to acknowledge the love that is already present in.
And even if you acknowledge that
in your life,
even if you're able to
there will still
find
be
the love around you, not necessarily jowa, tulad ng pinag-usapan natin, and recognize the love, the loneliness will still
there will still be reasons for you to be lonely, to be sad, to be depressed. It might not be about a lover.
Exactly.
Because you're human, we're human, and there are many situations and reasons where we will eventually find ourselves sad and lonely.
So hindi siya natatapos just because nahanap na kita.
Nagka-jowa ka.
Oh no.
Or ano. But,
so you have to really acknowledge that feeling that is there because you are human, and sometimes you feel that way. But what are you doing about it?
What are you doing? Saka siguro yun yung
how you're confronting it.
Yung balance din na acknowledge what you lack, acknowledge what is making you feel sad, but nalulungkot ako kasi ganito, pero I have Amber, I have my pamangkin, I have my parents, I have my group of friends, and then what can I do?
Nasabi mo rin sa akin yan before. Before I came to you, sabi mo, okay na ako, I have the church. Di ba may gano'n ka?
And siguro to close this topic na yung kanina na pag-usapan yung before the recording, yung love begets love, love attracts love, no? It's a spiritual spiritual truth yan na the love that you actually have for yourself and your immediate environment is something that you hopefully attract one way or
manifest
another,
that
one way or another. Na yun nga, I was at the time of my life when I finally recognized that I'm okay if I will be celibate as a gay celibate pastor.
I don't think celibate is the term, more of
Single blessedness. Single blessedness.
Yes. And we talk about that. I've experienced that. The more you desperately look for it, the more that it doesn't come to you.
Mm.
For me, in my own experience, and I believe a lot of people can attest to that. Even we've talked about this before. The more that you look for things, the more that you're not able to find it. But when you stop looking,
you will realize that it was there all along.
Yeah, right.
Diba?
Right.
So, yeah. So, love is not found. It starts with you. It is already present in many of your present. It is already present in your relationships sa mga kaibigan, sa pamilya, at sa iba't iba pang tao. Kung hindi man sa pamilya, kasi hindi naman lahat may mapagmahal na pamilya. Again, yung sabi kanina, you have chosen family, not by blood but by choice. So, look to be able to acknowledge those things, and it is okay to feel sad sometimes, to feel lonely and sad, but again, what do we do about it? What do you do about it? How do we address it? How do you address it? And yung importanteng aspeto na we have always been taught, at least in Christianity, love God, love others, love self. And the equation is not one over the other. It's not even, kasi tinuruan din tayo na puro love God, love God, love God, di ba? Pero you cannot, meron din sinasabi sa scripture na the only way to love God is if you love others. But the only way to love others is if you also love yourself. So the equation is always, it's always a Trinitarian equation. We cannot separate the love of God from the love of others and from the love of self. Palaging magkakasama yung component na yon. And
babalik tayo dun sa how can you give it if you don't have it?
how do you give it if you don't have it? Okay, and it's always with you. It's always with you, and it's a balance of this equation of God, love for God, love of others, love of self. So yun.
Open Table MCC is a progressive, ecumenical, and LGBTQI+ affirming church community. We have continued our ministry for LGBTQI+ persons even through the pandemic. We remain true to our mission offering and maintaining a safe space for queer people, as well as the proclamation of the gospel message of inclusive love. We know that all of us locally and around the world have been heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic in many and different ways. Certainly, Open Table MCC has also been affected by this pandemic. By the grace of God, through the generosity of many individuals and groups, Open Table Church has survived the past 8 months. Despite our own challenges as a church community, the general funds of the church and donations of friends and allies, we were able to give some relief and assistance to some communities in Rodriguez Rizal, Pili Camarines Sur, and Mercedes Camarines Norte. We wanted to express our gratitude to everyone who continued to volunteer, participate, attend, serve, and those who consistently shared their financial resources to Open Table MCC. The pandemic is not over, and at the beginning of the lockdowns last March, Open Table MCC has been financially impacted. 65% of our operational and ministry funds comes from our Holy Union or wedding ministry. We lost this percentage of funds because of the pandemic and also affected our ministry for LGBTQI+ couples who wish to solemnize their relationship. Even as we have been blessed by some members, friends and allies for the past months, we continue to ask for financial support to anyone and everyone who has some resources to share in order to guarantee that our community and ministry does not close or stop. Only if you trust Open Table MCC and believe in our ministry do we encourage you to give and share. The offerings, pledges, or donations you share with us ensures that Open Table MCC will continue serving the larger community and offering a safe space for our queer siblings. Should you give? These are the banking and transfer information for our church. If you'll be depositing or transferring your offering, donation, or pledge to us, please send us a clear photo or a copy of the deposit slip or transaction with the date and amount information. Please email it to us at ministry@opentablemcc.ph. If you believe in Open Table Church and the ministry we do, we also encourage you to prayerfully consider making a monthly pledge, which really helps our community and our ministry. Thank you. God bless you and be with you and your loved ones always.
Open Table MCC is also looking for committed volunteers for our church community that has a welcoming ministry for the LGBTQIA. We're looking for singers, musicians, writers, graphic artists, and video editors who can help us grow our online ministry in our current time of pandemic. Simply go to opentablemcc.ph/volunteer to view our volunteering opportunities. Thank you and God bless.
So for this Sunday and for our topic of for this Sunday, magiiwan kami ng tatlong reflection questions to help you, check yourself, assess your life, assess your relationship in terms of the topic for today. Number one question reflection for today. Do you feel alone? Do you feel lonely from time to time? How often ka nararamdaman ito? And then, do you acknowledge that sometimes you feel lonely? Maybe you have to think about why. You have to think about how. You have to name this loneliness. Second question, what do you want to do about it? What are the ways that you can love yourself? Practical ways that you can love yourself in the way na meron ka bang hobby na gusto mong pasukin? Meron ka bang advocacy na dahil magandang iyong mag-participate, mag-contribute? Meron ka bang mga dating friends na kailangan mong i-revisit, i-recognize? No? What are the ways that you can, practical ways that you can love yourself, satisfy yourself, make yourself happy without neglecting your family or other aspects of your life? And last question is, nasaan? Sino-sino yung mga tao na nagmamahal sa'yo? The other faces, the other names, the other manifestations of love in your life right now. We recognize that they are not the same love of a partner, of a jowa, but they can be and they are as equally powerful kind of love in your life. Maybe it's time for you to assess and to think about who are those people, the other manifestations of love in your life. So we hope these reflection questions in the topic conversation today can help you in looking at love differently or in a new way.